Partnerem Deskofobie je internetový obchod s deskovými a karetními hrami deskoland.cz a také obchod pro všechny milovníky fantasy, larpu a deskových her fantasyobchod.cz.
So, good morning, it's Friday morning. Hello, Martin.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, yourself? Enjoying the fair?
Very good so far.
We are with you. You are the news face from BoardGameGeek.com. You've been doing it for how long?
I've been with Board Game Geek for 6 years now.
And enjoying it as a full-time job?
Yes, it was a full-time job before. I had my own news site for 4 years. Mm-hmm. But I was selling ads and doing the HTML. It was actually HTML at the time because I did not know what I was doing. Okay. So that was the bare minimum that I could do. But yes, when I joined them, that all went away. Someone else sells the ads and someone else does the programming, and I just do the writing and researching and interviewing, and yes, much easier to focus on that.
You are covering each and every single game, right? We are trying to.
Well, we try to be comprehensive with the preview. Mm-hmm. I want this to be a catalog because everyone has different taste. Everyone has different things that they're anticipating when they come here. Mm-hmm. And there's more than 1,000 new games here. You cannot possibly think about seeing it all. But ideally, people can go through and they find the things they want. Mm-hmm. The little gems and little stalls that you might not otherwise see.
Yeah, because the Board Game Geek, we know it's the largest database on the world, let's say. And it takes quite an effort to keep it running, right?
Thankfully, that's not my part, but...
Can you share something from background? How does it work in BoardGameGeek.com?
Sure. We have, if you want for size, each month we have 3.5 million unique visitors to the site. And a lot of those are just people who come by to visit or check rules or who knows why. They just come to visit. But then there's a more dedicated base of users who ask questions, upload videos and reviews, and are much more active on the forums asking questions. We have 2 coders. One is the owner, and they're fixing all sorts of things. I just see things passing by in the background all the time when they're doing stuff. We have an advertising manager, and we have a forum administrator who is responsible for all the cleaning up problems that occur. Yes.
By the way, what do you think of the new layout of the Board Game Geek?
The game page in particular. So I used it for about 6 months before it went public. Okay. And I initially, like many other people, found it confusing and frustrating. And of course, I have all these administration tools that I must use to correct things and add stuff. Extremely frustrating at first, just because it's different. Yeah. It's not new. And then by the time it was actually rolled out publicly, I've been using it. I had no problems. There's the discordant feel still when you switch to something else. You go to a version listing and it's the old style and the game page is new.
To be honest, I miss the info density of the whole.
Yes.
A lot of information are gone and you must click a lot.
That is the familiar thing. But if we could look at our statistics for 3.5 million users, there's a huge number of those people click once, leave. Click once, leave. Because if you come to the site initially, if you try to think back to when you're new, I've been using the site since 2003. Yeah. And even then, when you look at things, the first time you look at something, you're just like, what is this? Because it's just a blizzard, a wall of information that's
old school texting information.
Yes, and it's hard to visualize and try to find something. Okay. And so, of course, this is why we're working on the front page now, which I only hear little pieces on. And the front page is going to change as well.
There's going to be a new front page.
Be aware. Front page. There's new everything to integrate it all. But the idea is that if you're a new user and you come to the site, the things that we see that they actually look for, reviews, descriptions, images. And so that's why that is all front-loaded now on the game page. Yeah. That's the things that you see because that is what most new people want. Most people are not immediately looking for statistics or rating, this and the other. But with a front page as well, if you were coming blind, if you say, oh, I've heard about all these interesting games, and you go to the front page, right now it's just a wall of stuff. And what are these games? We have image box on the front page, but the images are like my thumbnail. Yeah. Okay. They are actual thumbnail size. So it doesn't emphasize this is a game site. Here are pictures of games. These are things that you might want to explore. because again, if you're new and you're coming here, you have no idea where to look. But if we have feature games or, latest releases or something to draw in the casual person to say, here are things to start to check out. And once you start to do something, I don't know if you were the same thing, but that you start down the rabbit hole very casually. Someone introduces you to something, Lost Cities. And then after that, you play Lost Cities, and then suddenly it's this window that opens with all these things after just doing a couple of games. And so the same thing, you go to IMDb for movies, and they're going to have here, the feature, here are the trailers for the, most recent 3 trailers. Maybe you see them or not. But you have to lead into that window. And for most people, you're familiar with it, you avoid the front page, or you go to what you want to see, and that's not an issue. But it's more getting other people to spend more time and find the games rather than click once, out.
Okay. On the other note, what kind of gamer are you? What's your favorite playstyle?
Favorite playstyle? I love abstract strategy. I love trick taking. I love cards with words, if you want to say that. Because usually cards with words, they have a simple base style, and then it's all modifying different things on top of it and twisting things up.
And do you still have time to play?
I still have time to play. I have a 7-year-old now who's just getting into actually playing on a more regular basis.
Excellent.
We usually have exchange students that we host each year, so we get a new player in the house each year with different style. So yeah, you still play.
Good.
And there's never enough time. I mean, again, you look around here. How many of these games can you actually experience?
This is a problem because each year when there are 1,000 games out, no way you can even play, not even own.
No, but the thing is, you can't see every book, every movie. You can't read every book. You can't listen to every CD.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's all the specialization that happens, and that happens.
Is it growing?
Here.
Or is it
Anecdotally, it seems to be growing. You look at the continued number of publishers that are here.
From your perspective, seeing back in time, is it going somewhere? Is it changing in any direction?
You mean the market as a whole?
Yeah, the market,
the
industry.
I don't know. I mean, before, of course, you had the stratification where it was like Hasbro, Mattel, and then everybody else. And so now it's sort of rising up a little there. I mean, of course, you got the Asmodee monster, if you want to
think of that complex stuff
here.
On Asmodee Fusion.
But the level of sales for Asmodee is as big as it is in the hobby. In the mainstream, it's still, where is it? It's not here. It's you think how, I don't know if it's the same case for you, but we still have articles in newspaper all the time talking about Catan as this new thing. Just, it was a year or 2 ago, the Green Bay Packers were in the Super Bowl, and there were articles about the Green Bay Packers playing Catan in the locker room in their downtime. And this is a new game for most people that for gamers is 20 years old, and who plays Catan anymore, right?
See?
And yet, for most people, it is a new thing in the wider world. So when we go into our mainstream stores in the U.S. now, there is a presence for Catan and Ticket to Ride and Forbidden Island and sort of the familiar classics. But again, for most people, it's still new. So they don't know these things.
You are helping to spread this. I'm pretty sure you do.
Hopefully it helps to spread.
Keep doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, for your talk and everything. Wish you the best of luck and hopefully see you next time somewhere.
I will be here again next time. Next time we will have 1,200 games, 1,400 games.
And then we are gone under it. Yes. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Cheers.